Fruit crumble is so delicious and it's surprisingly easy to make. I'm going to share a recipe with you that you can try out in your own kitchen. So you need your mixed berries. You can either use frozen or you can use fresh. I'm using here frozen veg, a mixture of different sort of veggies and berries. In hindsight, it probably would have been a lot easier if I had chopped the fruits off. So if you want to chop that, that would be great. Add your sugar to the saucepan and then mix it together so that the sugar is nicely combined. And then we're just going to simmer this on low heat to basically get the fruit to soften and to get all the excess fluid to evaporate. If you are using frozen fruit, then this process will take a little bit longer because there is more fluid to get rid of. With fresh fruits, you'll not need to cook it just as much. While that is going on, we want to prepare the crumble. Now, this is one recipe where the butter should actually be very cold, literally just taken out of the fridge, soft enough that you can cut it and measure it. And you want to do a process called rubbing. You're basically going to be rubbing the butter into the flour, and you've got to use your hands for this. And no, you can't wear gloves, so wash your hands before. And you're just basically just rubbing the butter into the flour, and you do that process until you can't see any butter and it kind of looks like wet sand that you might get on the beach. So you can see that consistency there. This is a technique called rubbing. Next, we're going to add sugar. Now, this is a sugar called Demerara sugar. It's a coarse grain sugar. And no, do not substitute for any type of sugar. You want these coarse grains type of sugar. Put it in and then mix it in with the butter and flour mixture, and that's going to be the topping for your crumble. So this is what your crumble topping should look like at this stage. By this time, your fruit should be ready. Try and make sure that there's no fluid. So again, I rushed the process. It's a little bit too liquidy. I should have put it on the stove for a little bit more to get all that fluid out. You'll need a pie dish. And again, depending on how big your pie dish is, will influence the quantity. Pour that into the pie dish. Leave some room for your crumble topping and also for expansion. So don't fill it up too much. I would say fill it up to 2/3. Again, I broke that rule and overfilled it, and as you will see later on, it did overspill out. So don't fill it up too much. Once that it's there, then you're going to add your topping onto the top of the fruit and just make sure it's nicely and evenly distributed all around. Use a spoon to move it around so that it's nicely covered. So you can start to see it's right at the top. So that's a little bit too full. So on the fillet, fill it about 2/3 of the way so that you have space for the crumble. And then put it in the oven to bake. And once it's done, take it out of the oven, and your delicious crumble is ready to serve. You can eat it on its own. You can take some cream, whip it up, and serve it with cream. You can eat it with clotted cream. You can eat it with ice cream. I mean, just the possibilities are endless, and it's a super quick, easy dessert to make. So I hope that you'll try it at home. You can even use it with just one type of berry. So you can use just like blueberries or raspberries or strawberry. It's so versatile. So try this at home. And as always, if you've got any questions or queries, drop it in the description section and I will answer it. Till next time, happy baking.